The art of influence. How to control the world by playing at power and influence. This is an art that people have tried to master throughout history. Many strive for success, demonstrating their intellect, knowledge, strength, and superiority. But does this often work? Arthur Schopenhauer, one of the most insightful philosophers, believed that strength lies not in ostentatious greatness, but in the ability to manage a situation unnoticed. His strategy, play the fool. Why does this work? Because when people see someone who doesn't strive for open superiority, they lose vigilance. They relax. They stop perceiving you as a threat. And at the moment when they least expect it, you can reveal your true strength and completely change the course of the game. The origins of Schopenhauer's idea. At 19, Schopenhauer received a letter from his mother that changed his outlook on life. In this letter, she sharply criticized his intellectual arrogance. She said that despite his high intellect, his pride and need to control everything turned this gift into a curse. Schopenhauer reflected, Dante might elevate, but one who openly shows their superiority doesn't inspire respect. It causes envy, hostility, and rejection. True strength isn't in proving your genius to everyone, but in influencing unnoticed. This is how his strategy of influence was born. Strategy 1. The art of surprise. You shouldn't openly demonstrate all your strength. It's better to seem somewhat weaker so that at a critical moment, you can reveal your full might to the surprise of your opponent. Arthur Schopenhauer. What does this mean in practice? Often people make a major mistake. They reveal their trump cards too early. They prove they're smart. They boast about their achievements. They try to show they know more than those around them. But what's the reaction? Instead of admiration, hidden envy. Instead of recognition, rejection. Instead of respect, a desire to put you in your place. Schopenhauer advises, instead of demonstrating your strength immediately, let people believe you pose no threat. Allow them to underestimate you. Let them feel their superiority. And at the right moment, manifest your full might. This creates an effect of surprise. In Strategy 1, Sun Tzu and the Art of War. In the Art of War, it's said, let the enemy think you're weak when you're strong. Generals throughout history used deception, disguise, and misinformation so the enemy would relax and lose vigilance. Second, Elon Musk. When Elon Musk was just starting Tesla, they underestimated him. They considered him a weirdo and a failure. The media laughed at him, experts said he'd get nowhere, competitors didn't take him seriously. And what happened? When no one expected it, he achieved a breakthrough that changed the world. Third, why do smart people sometimes hide their intellect? Have you ever noticed that the most influential people often behave simpler than they could? They don't rush to boast about their knowledge. They give others a sense of significance. They create a friendly and relaxed atmosphere around themselves. But when the key moment arrives, they express their viewpoint so it becomes decisive. This is the art of influence. How to apply this strategy in life. Don't reveal all your cards at once. Let people underestimate you so you can then surprise and make an unforgettable impression. Allow others to feel smart. People love the feeling of their own importance. If you give them this feeling, they'll gravitate toward you. Use the effect of unexpectedness. When you reveal your strength at the right moment, it will evoke not envy but admiration. As Schopenhauer said, strength isn't in immediately showing yourself a genius, but in revealing it when the time comes. Have you ever applied Schopenhauer's strategy? Have you noticed how people react to those who hide their intellect? Write in the comments. The strategy that changed history. This unique tactic was used by the greatest fighters, strategists, and leaders of all time. By pretending to be weaker than you are, you can mislead your opponent, and at the critical moment, deliver an unexpected and decisive strike. Those who don't reveal their full strength right away win when it really matters. Sun Tzu, the art of hidden strength. One of the greatest strategists in history, the Chinese commander Sun Tzu, formulated this principle in his legendary book, The Art of War. All military actions are based on deception. When we can attack, we must seem unable. Why does this work? If the enemy considers you weak, he loses vigilance. If a rival is confident in his superiority, he makes mistakes. If people underestimate you, they aren't ready for your success. But most importantly, this strategy works not only on the battlefield. How to use this strategy in everyday life. This tactic isn't limited to war. It applies across all spheres of life. In business negotiations, successful negotiators sometimes downplay their position, creating a false sense of confidence in their opponent. As a result, they gain more than expected since the opponent doesn't see a threat and makes concessions. In public speaking, those who stay silent most of the time exert stronger influence when they finally speak. Their words are received better because they're backed by restraint and the strength of thought. In social interactions, people who observe and don't dominate the conversation have a deeper impact on those around them. They understand the group's mood, see hidden motives, and when they speak, their opinion becomes decisive. Those who know how to wait turn out to be the most influential. Gandhi on the power of silence. Once Gandhi gave wise advice. Speak only when it improves the silence. People who follow this principle don't waste words. When they finally express their thoughts, everyone listens. Silence is strength if you use it consciously. How to apply this principle in your life? It gives you a strategic advantage. Use the effect of unexpectedness to enhance your influence. Speak less, but each time in a way that people hear you. The strong aren't those who shout about their strength, but those who wait for the right moment. Strategy 2, you lead them and they don't know it. Wisdom lies in knowing when to speak and when to listen. Arthur Schopenhauer. In any group of people, you can distinguish two types of personalities. Those who never stop talking, they loudly declare themselves, strive to dominate the conversation, want to be noticed. But often they lack real influence. They're heard a lot but listen to little. Those who observe and listen, they accumulate information, notice others' weaknesses, speak only when it's truly necessary. These are the true leaders because they influence unnoticed. Schopenhauer taught, silence isn't weakness, it's an instrument of power. The wisdom of strategic silence. Schopenhauer didn't advocate ignorance. He spoke of control. When you know when to stay silent and when to speak, you gain mastery. Plato expressed this thought. Wise people speak because they have something to say. Fools speak because they need to say something. True strength is in waiting for the right moment, the power of listening, how to use silence for influence. When you listen more than you speak, it gives you key advantages. While others waste words, you understand their motives, emotions, weaknesses. You observe reactions and behavior. You see hidden emotions, fears, intentions. You conserve your strength. How do leaders apply this? Steve Jobs, The Art of Pauses. Jobs often created pauses before important words. This made people hold their breath and listen more attentively. Mahatma Gandhi, influence through silence. He spoke rarely, but when he did, the whole world listened. Winston Churchill, his pauses made others unforgettable. How to apply this in life? Ask more questions than you give answers. People love talking about themselves. The more you listen, the more they respect you. Don't reveal your thoughts immediately. Let others speak first so you can see their weaknesses and intentions. Use pauses to enhance the effect of what's said. If you pause for 2 to 3 seconds before an important phrase, it will carry much greater weight. True leaders aren't those who speak the most, but those who are heard. Final thought, playing the fool is playing smart. Arthur Schopenhauer taught that intellect alone isn't enough. Wisdom isn't just knowledge. It's the ability to use it correctly. To truly influence and achieve success, you must master 3 key principles. When to stay silent and when to speak, when to seem weak and when to demonstrate strength, when to listen and when to lead. By mastering these principles, you can earn respect, influence, and success without causing unnecessary resistance. By playing foolishly, you're actually playing wisely. Why does this strategy work? People in a society demonstrate their superiority, but they follow those who lead them forward unnoticed. True influence isn't in shouting about your strength. It's in applying it correctly. Hidden wisdom is the most powerful form of power. Are you ready to apply Schopenhauer's philosophy? Do you agree with his strategy? Write in the comments. Strategy 3, let them think they've solved their problems, pretending to be weaker to cover others' shortcomings. Arthur Schopenhauer. Influence doesn't always require open control. Sometimes the best strategy is to let people feel they arrived at the solution themselves. We live in a world of authorities, parents, teachers, bosses. We must respect them. But there are moments when guiding them subtly is more effective than correcting them openly. The art of unnoticed influence. Imagine your parents, with age, begin making mistakes. How do you act? You could openly point out the issue, but that might wound their ego and provoke resistance. A wiser path is to suggest an idea so they believe they came to the solution themselves. This preserves their dignity and respect for you. True leaders don't force people to follow them. They create conditions where people want to do so. Where is this strategy used? In sports, professional athletes sometimes let a disabled fan win a match, but they do it so it doesn't feel like charity. This gives the person a moment of triumph and inspiration while keeping the situation honest. In business and the workplace, experienced employees avoid confrontation and subtly push the boss toward better decisions, making him think it's his idea. In leadership and managing people, great strategists don't press with their authority. They let people believe their ideas were self-found. This fosters a sense of responsibility and loyalty. People don't like admitting mistakes or following someone else's directions, but if they come to the right solution themselves, it creates a sense of control, respect for the one who guided them, and readiness to cooperate. The one who can lead without leading is the most skillful leader. By covering others' mistakes rather than exposing them, you not only protect their ego, but also position yourself as an ally, not an opponent. How to apply this strategy in life? Instead of direct correction, guide with questions. For example, what if we tried it this way? Instead of, you're doing it wrong. Let people arrive at solutions themselves. Ask leading questions. Hint, but don't pressure. Don't fight for recognition. Let someone think the solution was theirs, and in the end, you'll win. The point isn't in proving your rightness, but in leading people so they don't realize it. Strategy 4. Avoid attention until the right moment. To enjoy the advantages of being considered fools, we must be ready to appear foolish to achieve success. Arthur Schopenhauer. Many strive for attention, but Schopenhauer warns, stepping into the spotlight too early makes you vulnerable. Before achieving true success, it's better to remain in the shadows. If you reveal all your trump cards too soon, you provoke envy and competition. You become a target for criticism. You lose the effect of unexpectedness. But if you wait for the right moment, your influence will be stronger. Your victories will be received with greater awe. Your success will be unexpected and impressive. True greatness doesn't need premature demonstration. Lessons from history. Socrates feigned ignorance. He often pretended to be ignorant to encourage others to speak, revealing contradictions in their arguments. Lao Tzu's philosophy. The ancient Chinese sage taught to seem weak and insignificant to avoid unnecessary conflicts and enhance influence. Great commanders, Napoleon, Sun Tzu, Alexander the Great, and others, hid their strength until the decisive moment for a strike. The longer you stay in the shadows, the stronger your success will be. How to apply this strategy in life? Don't rush to attract attention. First, create the foundation for success, then speak about it. Keep your achievements to yourself until the right time comes. Let your success speak for itself. Allow others to underestimate you. The less they perceive you as a threat, the more opportunities you have. Humility at the start is the key to powerful success in the future. Have you noticed that the most successful people don't hurry to boast? Strategy 5. Remain humble, even in victory. The loudest in the room is the weakest in it. Frank Lucas. Nothing irritates people more than someone who constantly brags about their victories. Schopenhauer believed that true respect is earned by those who triumph, but don't make a show of it. Let your success speak for you, not your words. How humility earns influence. If people expected less and you deliver more, it evokes not envy but admiration. Those who let their success speak for itself inspire more respect. People value those who remain humble even after great achievements. True influence doesn't require loud statements. How to apply this in life? Don't fixate on recognition. If you're truly good, your achievements will speak louder than words. Be humble even in triumph. It will make your success even more significant. True strength is in silent greatness. Final thought. Playing the fool is playing smart. Schopenhauer's philosophy shows that true influence requires not only intellect but a strategic approach. To earn respect and succeed, you need to master three key principles. Know when to speak and when to stay silent. Allow others to feel capable rather than corrected. Remain humble even in victory. The one who controls their behavior controls the situation. By playing foolishly, you're actually playing wisely. Do you agree with Schopenhauer's philosophy? Write in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about great thinkers and philosophers.